Today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space, so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to tell them the Bro Country Podcast sent you in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of the application. Welcome back to the Bro Country Podcast. My name is Joey, and as always, I am joined by...
Hey man, it's Chris here.
Hey man, sorry I had to knock the rust off. It's been a while.
It has been. How long has it been? Gosh, it seems like it's been
at least a month.
And a half, 2 months, yeah.
Yeah, about a month. Our last episode we uploaded on February 27th when we interviewed Jace. So yeah, it's been a little bit.
It has
had
been.
to
That was a
knock the rust off. Yeah, it was definitely a good way to end the first season. But yeah, guys, we're back. Season 2 is live, and we're so excited to be back. It was a nice break. We got to go see a show together, so that was pretty cool. Acoustic show number 2.
That was probably the best moment from the last year for sure, music-wise.
Absolutely, man. John Party, Priscilla Block, Dylan Carmichael showed up since Lauren Elena had COVID.
Yeah, he showed up out of nowhere and just killed it. I thought he was really good.
He was awesome, man. He kind of stole the show for the openers.
Yeah, him and Priscilla really stole the show. I mean, you know, you had Jordan Davis there, but I mean,
Travis Denning.
Yeah, I mean they were all really good.
Yeah, they definitely were, man. And what was even cooler was Priscilla Block knew the people sitting like 2 rows in front of us, so she came up to talk to her friends, and Corey and I went and met her and got a picture with her, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she was like 2 rows in front of us for probably 25, 30 minutes of the show.
Yeah, just hanging out with her friends. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah,
but
obviously Party was the headliner, and it was even better than I thought it was going to be. He's a wild man, and he has got some awesome songs for a live show.
Yeah, he's a good showman. I've never seen him headline yet, any type of show. I've only seen him as an opener, and he was always really good. But with him headlining, man, he killed it.
Yeah, he really did. And the crowd is ready for some live music for sure.
If you guys remember, we got to go to the first acoustic show at Rupp Arena back in January. And it was just a totally different vibe. Everybody was sitting down. It was total acoustic, just really chill, just good vibes, just really chill. But when Party came out, the full band was there, and it was not the same vibe. Everybody was up dancing, singing, and of course it was limited capacity, social distance. We had to wear masks and all that, but it was like the most normalcy that we've had regarding live music in about a year, so that was really cool.
Yeah, I think we've got some other live music announcements here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But what sucked was a few days after getting back, your boy Joey here tested positive for COVID.
You did, man.
So that was no fun.
You had a rough week or so, didn't you?
Oh, man, it was exhausting. I'm okay. I'm on the up and up, thankfully. I'm not sure if I got it there or Nashville the weekend before, but I don't know how it happened. I had my mask on, washed my hands, sanitized, all that good stuff, but...
It's hard to tell, man.
Take those risks, I guess that's what happens. It was no joke, though. That put me down for about a week or so, but all is looking good now, thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully, man. What else is going on? I know you've been posting a ton to TikTok here recently. You got an update for us on that?
Yeah, man. I've just been posting on our TikTok, and if you guys aren't following, it's at Bro Country Pod. We have quite a bit of fun on there, but we're almost like 2,700 followers, I think, or almost like 3,000, and had a couple videos go viral of the Wax Museum in Nashville, which was pretty cool. Like it was just a quick 7-second clip of the Eric Church wax figure, got like 65,000 views or something, which isn't huge compared to humongous creators, but I was like, that was pretty sweet. Definitely some good exposure and a lot of fun content on there. So if you guys aren't following, go check us out.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, I say let's get into it, guys. This episode's going to be pretty fun. Episode 1 of Season 2. We definitely have some news out of Nashville to recap for you guys, and then we're going to go into our predictions for who we think are going to win the ACM Awards coming up on April 18th. So, getting started here, news out of Nashville. Some pretty big news. Luke Combs he came out and said he's working on album number 3 and has dropped a couple unreleased songs.
What do you think of the ones that he's played so far, man?
Well, the two that have came out in the past couple weeks, See Me Now and We Still Drink Beer. See Me Now is an absolute tearjerker. If you haven't heard that yet, it's all over his social media. Go check it out. Yep. That one hit close to home to me because I lost my dad last December. So, I mean, that one, that was amazing songwriting on that, and I can't wait to hear the produced version.
Yeah, it's gonna be a killer.
Oh, yeah. And then We Still Drink Beer. It's another genuine Luke Combs beer drinking song. So it's going to be a banger.
Yeah, it is. And the story on that one where that guy was getting married and posted a picture of all of his groomsmen drinking beer and sent it to Luke. And then supposedly him and a couple of his buddies wrote the song that evening. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's a cool story.
It was funny, dude. It was really hard to hear the words at first because the guitars were so loud and Luke was so far away from the camera, you know?
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's going to be a banger for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's like probably 10 songs that Luke has released in the last year and a half that haven't been recorded yet. So I'm guessing we're going to get all those and we're going to get a ton more. So it's going to be wild.
Definitely going to be interesting. He's going to have to do like a double, triple album. Everybody's following suit with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm here for it.
A bunch of other new music coming out. What else we got coming up?
The man, the myth, the legend, Alan Jackson has announced a new album that's going to be dropping on May 14th, which he dropped 3 songs from that album that's coming up, which are all amazing.
They really are. I mean, they are. Alan's about as stone cold country of anybody that's made music in our lifetime, and these songs are as country as you can get.
Yeah, the one, Where Have You Gone? Oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah, so good.
If you guys haven't heard that, pause us, go check it out right now.
Yep.
Kind of his letter to where his country music gone, and it's just pure country gold, so go check that out. Yep. Thomas Rhett, we've talked about Thomas Rhett announcing his new double album on season 1, but we'll fill you guys in. That Side A, it's Country Again is the title of the album. Side A is going to be dropping on April 30th. And then Side B is going to be dropping later in 2021. I couldn't find a solidified date on when that was coming out. Could you find anything on that?
No, I don't think they've announced it yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. Blake Shelton has a new album, Body Language, that's dropping May 21st.
Yep.
And then another one, we have talked about this obviously before because we love Chief, but Eric's album is dropping. April 16th is when Heart is going to drop. And Soul is dropping on April 23rd. And then the Church Choir exclusive album, which is produced on white vinyl, is going to be dropping on the 20th.
That's a lot of new music, man.
Ton of new music, which I can't wait to get that because you guys already know if you listen to season 1, I joined the Church Choir, the paid subscription, just to get that. And
I'm actually be jealous of you.
Yeah. Which that may pay off for us with the news we got today.
That's right. What was the big news?
Church announced a full tour. He's anticipating full capacity. Appears to be all arenas. He's got shows from Ohio, Kentucky, New York, Canada. I'm not sure how the heck they're going to pull it off, but I'm sure someone somewhere has much higher power and decision making than us that knows what's going on. So,
yeah, I mean, he's the first big artist that has announced a new full tour going forward. So I mean that let's just hope they've got all the plans figured out, and this means we're going to get full live music back coming this fall. I did see where the commissioner of the NBA came out and said he expects all arenas to be full by the fall. So I mean these people know more than we do. So hopefully they're ready to go.
Yeah, amen to that. And it's the Gather Again tour. I love that.
Yeah, that's perfect, man.
And he put a post, well, he didn't. He doesn't use social media, but whoever runs his page put a post up with the Gather Again tour, like, promo picture.
Yeah.
And it said, or no, maybe it was the video that he sent out to the church choir. They put it up on his social media. It was like, we will gather again, we will roar, or whatever.
Yep.
And it was kind of like playing off that video he posted at the very beginning of the pandemic. when he teased through my Ray-Bans. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty cool, I thought. Yeah, so we're excited for that. We've already got like 2 or 3 shows that we're planning on going to together. So hopefully together. If not, we'll at least be going because Chris does live a little bit away from us, but that's all good.
We're gonna do everything we can to get tickets to at least two or three of these shows.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And then speaking of getting tickets to shows, Jason Aldean announced 2 nights at the Bonnaroo Farm.
Yep.
Which
probably about an hour south of Nashville, it looks like. No, I don't think either one of us have been there before.
I've never been, man. From where I'm at in Ohio, it's like a 5-hour and 50-minute drive or something like that. It's not horrible, but yeah, just a little bit further than it would be for me to drive to Nashville. So it's about an extra hour or so.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee seems to be pretty wide open, especially for outdoor music, and it looks like, from what I could tell, Party and the Avett Brothers and a couple other acts had already booked shows there. So maybe they might end up doing a bunch of. I mean, they announced the full lineup for the Bonnaroo Festival up in September this week. So I thought maybe they were going to wait till September to do shows, and then they just announced a bunch more shows this week. So
yeah,
it's gonna be wild though.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. And speaking of, we did get tickets to that today. That was, but that was absolutely hell trying to get those tickets. I joined the
work done today, Joey.
Oh man, yeah. We'll talk. We'll have to go off the recording and talk about that. But
that's right.
I got plenty of work done today.
That's right.
But yeah, so I joined the Aldean Army, right, to get the pre-sale access for the pre-sale today, because again, it's only 2 nights. Probably going to be a very high demand event, especially country music fans that haven't seen live music in a while.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll take advantage. I'll join the fan club to get that pre-sale, permissions or whatever, access. Well, I get on there. I get my code. I join the queue on Ticketmaster. It's my turn. I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, crap, there's a ton of tickets left. Let's do it. Tells me my code is incorrect. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I put an extra space in there or something because I copy and pasted it. Well, I go back and I copy and paste it again, incorrect. So then I manually type it in. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Still saying it's incorrect. So then I go back to refresh my account on the fan club, and the pre-sale code is gone. Like, there is no pre-sale code. And it was like, click here to buy tickets. So I clicked on it to buy the tickets, and it just kept taking me in a loop. It was taking me back to the sign up for the fan club page, but I was already logged in to my fan club account.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, oh, my God. I was like, these tickets are going to sell out. We're not going to get them, So I'm like going to the Aldean Army Facebook page that I'm on. I'm on Twitter. I'm looking everywhere to see if, like, I'm the only person in the world having this issue. Well, come to find out, I tweeted Jason. He had tweeted something the other day, and I replied to it, and I was like, pre-sale code not working, and whoever runs his Twitter replied to me and was like, the team is working on it. We'll have a message out to the Aldean Army shortly. I'm like, okay, cool. So, it's obviously a known issue. Well, then I jump on the forums on his website for the fan club, and there are just like pages and pages and pages of people complaining about the pre-sale code not working, calling it a conspiracy, saying that like people like Ticketmaster and Aldean's team are doing this on purpose so they can sell the tickets to scalpers to make more money, and people are just like going crazy about this. I'm like, it's probably just a simple mistake,
Yeah.
Well, not very simple, pretty major for a pre-sale, but you know what I mean. So I take my lunch break at, I don't know, the pre-sale started at 11 o'clock my time. Took my lunch break at like 1:30, 1:30 this afternoon. And I had like 5 minutes left of my lunch break. And I was like, well, let me just refresh the website and see, what happens. And boom, a new pre-sale code popped up under my account. And I was able to secure us a pod of 4 seats. So
yeah, they fixed it fast, because at first you said that they had said it might be a couple days, but they fixed it quick.
Yeah, I did. I read somebody was saying that it was going to take like potentially up to 2 days, and I'm like, well, that wouldn't make sense because the public on sale is in 2 days, and they can't just. It just would have been a mess for them to have to try to push back the general public on sale date and then try to redo the pre-sale. It just would have been a massacre.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel for the people, because even after I had got my tickets in the bag, I literally like checked the forums a little bit later to see if everybody's still having issues, and people were still having problems. I'm like, man, that sucks.
Well, I mean, like you said, it wouldn't surprise me if they end up adding a couple dates because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be I think I read somewhere that from that location, there's like 27 cities that have over 100,000 people that are within like 6 hours. It's like the perfect location for people to be able to get to, and it's right before Memorial Day, and it's live music, and it's just gonna be wild.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. But yeah, that was a fiasco. It's going to be totally worth it, though. I haven't seen Aldine in a few years. I think 2018 was the last time I went to an Aldine show, so I'm pretty stoked for it.
Absolutely, man.
Cool. So yeah, that we're definitely excited for that. A little bit more news here. Priscilla Block dropped "Wish You Were the Whiskey" today.
Yeah, I did not know that was coming out today, and you sent that to me this morning. It's an awesome song.
Dude, it's a jam, and I was looking at her social media like a week or so ago when she was like hyping it up. And speaking of Aldine, I guess she had tried to get this to him like 2 years ago. She was like posting it all over social media, having people tag Brittany Aldine and Jason Aldine in it, trying to get him to cut it.
Yeah.
And now that she's got her record deal and everything, she just went ahead and cut it. And I'm like, that is like her song, man. It's really good. She crushed that song.
At the show a couple weeks ago when we saw her, she played a song called "My Bar."
Yeah.
And that I was hoping that was going to come out because that was an awesome song too.
Well, it may, because she also announced her self-titled EP dropping on April 30th.
Oh, there you go.
So we might get it. She's awesome, man. I've been following her since I joined TikTok, and that was like at the beginning of the quarantine. So it's just crazy seeing her blow up like this, man.
Yeah, and it was cool seeing. I mean, she told the story on stage that was her first arena show, and I mean, she was super emotional, and the crowd went crazy for the single, obviously, and
oh yeah,
I mean, she's got a good chance to stick around for a long time, I think.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I'm definitely excited to see what the future holds for her because she's just crushing it right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all the news I really had, man. What the charts look like lately?
Oh man, the charts have been kind of a revolving door as far as singles go. As far as the album goes, this week is the first week that Morgan has not been number one since his album came out. So Carrie Underwood's Christian album, My Savior, took the number one spot this week for country album. And I think the number one song at country radio this past week was Long Live by Florida Georgia Line, which everybody's kind of speculating that this could be either their last single or their last single for a while, because I think Brian Kelly just announced yesterday or the day before that his EP's coming out next month, and Tyler's got a bunch of music in the works, so it would not surprise me if we do not see any Florida Georgia Line music for a while.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And we should have talked about this last. We kind of did touch on this on season 1, but I found the video that was like 9 minutes long that they did on Zoom.
Yeah.
And it was basically them just announcing that they were going to be working on some solo projects versus working on Florida Georgia Line, but that they were still going to be looking to do a tour together or something like that. And BK is wanting to work on his big major project, and Tyler's doing a bunch of like crossover stuff. So it's some people may love it that they're not gonna be seeing a lot of Florida Georgia Line lately. Some people might be sad, but I find it very interesting that they're both kind of doing their own thing right now.
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, there's just a lot that goes into it. It's probably best for them to just try to take a little bit of a break and come back, because I mean, I think they've kind of reached the end of their rope. I mean, I hate to say it, but so much of their music is so similar that they almost need a break just to get away and maybe come back with some new stuff in a couple of years, you know?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not really.
I don't think so, and I just found it kind of funny, especially with all the drama they had with the politics and everything. I'm like, are they really breaking up even after they said they weren't breaking up? Like, are we seeing the end of FGL? But yeah, we'll see. But moving on, we'll go ahead and get into the ACM predictions here.
Let's do it, man.
Again, they're airing on April 18th on CBS and Paramount Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got some of this information from an article that I found on Billboard. Maren Morris and Chris Stapleton lead the nominees for the award show. They have 6 nominations each.
Yep.
Which is huge. I believe Miranda is right behind them with 5, and then Ashley McBryde has 4.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So yeah, that's pretty sweet. And then for the first time ever, every single of the year nomination features a female artist. Miranda Lambert, Gabby Barrett, Carly Pearce, with Lee Brice, Ingrid Andress, and Maren Morris.
Yep.
Which we'll get into that a little bit, but
yeah.
So yeah, the first category that I'll start with, Music Event of the Year. Nominations, number 1, Be a Light, Thomas Rhett featuring Reba, Hillary Scott, Chris Tomlin, Keith Urban. Does to Me, Luke Combs featuring Eric Church. I Hope You're Happy Now, Carly Pearce and Lee Brice. Nobody But You, Blake Shelton featuring Gwen Stefani. One Beer by Hardy featuring Lauren Elena and Devin Dawson. And One Too Many, Keith Urban and Pink.
Oh, man. Usually this one is kind of obvious to pick, but these are, other than, I would say that the Keith Urban Pink song is not going to win. But
no.
I'm going to go, I guess I'll probably go with I Hope You're Happy Now.
Okay.
So beat that.
I gotcha. That is the one I would like to see win, but I don't think it's going to happen, man. I'm going with Be a Light.
I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see
just
that.
With the popularity, the just the whole aura of that musical event in the past year or so. I mean, I'm just going to go with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I want Does to Me by Luke and Eric to win, but I just figured they're I mean, Carly's got so much momentum right now, and that song was such a career song for her. And I just, but I could easily see Be a Light winning too.
Absolutely, man. And normally I would go with Does to Me as my want to win, because obviously we both love Luke and Eric, but like you said, that was just a monumental song for Carly, and definitely would like to see her get that. But
okay.
So yeah, you've got I Hope You're Happy Now, and I've got Be a Light.
Yep. Mark it down.
Oh yeah, I'm marking it down, man. So we'll keep track and recap on how we did coming up. But next category is Song of the Year. You've got Bluebird by Miranda Lambert, One Night Standards, Ashley McBryde, Some People Do, Old Dominion, Starting Over, Chris Stapleton, and The Bones, Maren Morris.
Oof. This is
it's a tough one.
I mean, The Bones and Bluebird they feel so. I mean, these award shows. I think the eligibility is actually from January to December, and then the award is not given out till April. So, some of these songs feel older. I mean, to me, if I just look at that, I'm gonna think Starting Over by Stapleton's gonna win, but I'm gonna go with The Bones.
The Bones. See, that's what I think is gonna win.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with what you'd like to see, and as well as myself, and go with Starting Over by Stapleton.
Yeah. Gosh, I mean, Stapleton has always gotten a lot of love for his albums, but some of the songs have slipped through the cracks. I think Broken Halos won a couple awards, but Starting Over is just it's such a good song, man.
It is, absolutely, man. Yeah. And then in that same kind of realm here, we've got Single of the Year, Bluebird by Miranda Lambert, I Hope, Gabby Barrett, I Hope You're Happy Now, Carly Pearce featuring Lee Brice, More Hearts Than Mine, Ingrid Andress, The Bones, Maren Morris.
Okay, what do you think on this one?
Man, I'm going to have to go with I Hope by Gabby.
Oh, me too, man. Mark
humongous.
We're going out on a limb here.
Yeah.
It's just huge, man.
It was such a big song for her. Yeah. I would be shocked if anything. The only thing that I could see winning other than this, and it's only because they love her, is The Bones by Maren.
Yeah. I mean, The Bones won at the CMAs last fall, but I Hope was massive, and The Good Ones is such a good follow-up for Gabby, and it's going to be number 1 at radio next week.
Yeah.
And the industry is really behind her right now. I think it's going to take it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And then moving right along here, we've got Album of the Year. So we've got Born Here, Live Here, Die Here by Luke Bryan, Mixtape Volume 1, Kane Brown, Never Will, Ashley McBryde, Skeletons, Brothers Osborne, and Starting Over, Chris Stapleton.
I mean, it would blow me over if Stapleton doesn't win this one.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
This is probably the most obvious category of the night, I would think.
Yeah, I loved Ashley's album Never Will.
Yeah.
But on this one, man, I'm going Stapleton as well. There's just no question to me. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I agree.
No-brainer. So, great. So, we're both in agreement on that. Stapleton's the man.
Okay.
New male artist of the year is the next category. We've got Jimmy Allen, Travis Denning, Hardy, Cody Johnson, and Parker McCollum.
Oof. That could really go any direction.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
It's really hard to pick. I would love to see Cody Johnson win it, even though he's been around for so long, but he's just kind of newer to the Nashville scene.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Hardy.
I think you're probably right with Hardy, but I'm going to go Parker.
Ooh, Parker McCollum. He's killing it right now, man.
I mean, it's probably going to be Hardy. He's the biggest star of this group, and he's got the most connections, and he's also one of the biggest songwriters in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So you've probably got this one, but I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm liking Parker, so I'm gonna go that way.
He's crushing it. It's gonna be that one could go either direction, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Allen, Travis Denning, they're just as good. Well, just as popular and relevant, I should say. I may not like them as much, but I don't dislike them. But I'm a huge fan of Cody, Parker, and Hardy. But I just think they're gonna give it to Hardy. But the next category, new female artist of the year, we've got Ingrid Andress, Tennille Arts, Miss Gabby Barrett, Mickey Guyton, and Kaylee Hammock.
What do you think, man?
I'm going Gabby Barrett.
Yeah, me too.
She had a heck of a year, man. I'm going Gabby.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I'd be shocked if she doesn't win. Let's just say that.
I would too.
Group of the year, we've got Lady A, of course, Little Big Town, of course, Old Dominion, of course, the Cadillac 3, and the Highwomen.
Oh, man.
I have no idea. I have no idea who I think is going to win.
The last couple years, Old Dominion has won.
Yeah.
And then before that, Little Big Town won forever. And then before that, Lady A won.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Lady A wins it this year.
You think Lady A?
I really have no clue. I mean, but Lady A's kind of had a little bit of a comeback. They had two number ones this year, and they joined the Opry this year. So I mean, they had a good year no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, they did. You're right. Just to be different, because I truly have no idea who's going to take this, I'm going to go Old Dominion.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Duo of the year is the next category. You probably don't even need to hear the nominations to know who's going to win this one.
That's right.
We've got Brooks and Dunn, Brothers Osborne, Dan and Shay, Florida Georgia Line, and Maddie and Tay.
Yeah, it's Dan and Shay, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think if we count to 3 and just said who our nomination prediction, or the winning prediction was, we both said Dan and Shay, so yeah. No question, the industry loves them. Say what you want about their music, they're crushing it right now. You know, it is what it is, so I think they're definitely going to take it.
I agree.
Then you've got Male Artist of the Year. Dierks Bentley, Luke Combs, Eric Church, Thomas Rhett, and Chris Stapleton.
That is a really, really tough group right there.
Stellar lineup.
I mean, I am not saying this to disrespect Dierks, but you know, Dierks didn't do much last year, and
no,
he's been around forever. And I really thought that they were gonna slide Party or somebody new in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Dierks is gonna win, and I don't think Eric is gonna win.
No.
And Stapleton's album came out like in November, but Stapleton, I mean, it's either Luke or Stapleton for me. I don't want to go against Luke, so I'm just gonna say Luke. But it would not shock me at all if Stapleton won.
Yeah, same. I'm going Luke Combs as well. But like you said, it was so hard for me to pick between Luke and Stapleton. Watch it be Thomas Rhett or somebody or Dierks that wins it. Wouldn't nothing surprise me with ACMS, especially when they split Entertainer of the Year with.
You're right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess Thomas could win it.
Thomas could win it. They like him.
I don't know, but to me, if you're talking male artist and mixing voice and songwriting and all that, it's got to be Luke or Stapleton. And
it has to be.
I mean, to me, Luke edges Stapleton out, you know, just because of probably the radio play.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Absolutely, man. And then we have the category of Female Artist of the Year. Nominees are Kelsey Ballerini, Miranda Lambert, Ashley McBryde, Maren Morris, and Carly Pearce.
First time in 15 years that Carrie Underwood is not nominated for Female Artist of the Year.
Isn't that wild?
15 years, man.
That is crazy.
That's really crazy. Yeah.
Gosh, that is wild. My guess, just because they love her, I'm going Maren Morris.
Yeah, I want Carly to win, and I'm just going to pick Carly just because I want her to win.
Nice. I would love to see her win too, or Ashley. Honestly, any of them. I'll keep my opinion to myself. But either way it goes, I'll be happy.
That's right.
But I would definitely like to see Carly or Ashley take it. But
have you heard? Have you heard Kelsey's new single, "Half My Hometown" with Kenny?
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a good song.
It's one of my favorite songs she's had since probably the very beginning.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And then to round out the categories, we've got Entertainer of the Year.
Oh, man.
Nominees are Luke Bryan, Eric Church, Luke Combs, Thomas Rhett, Chris Stapleton.
Oh, what do you think, man?
I got to go Chief on this one, man. I do.
You think he's going to pull the CMA ACM double back to back?
I think he can do it, man. I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be. So, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't say it though, because last time I didn't predict him, and he won. So
that's right. Oh, Stapleton has never won Entertainer of the Year at the ACMs or CMAs. Luke Bryan has won it a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that Combs takes it.
That would be awesome. I'd be super stoked for him.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So that's really the nominees. So we've got, I'll just run through these again so we can solidify our choices. Entertainer of the Year, you've got Luke Combs. I got Eric Church. Female Artist of the Year, I've got Maren Morris. You've got Carly Pearce. Male Artist of the Year, we both got Luke Combs. Duo of the Year, we both agree that Dan and Shay will take that. Group of the Year, I've got Old Dominion. You've got Lady A. New Female Artist of the Year, we both think Gabby's going to take that one home. New Male Artist of the Year, I've got Hardy. You've got Parker. Album of the Year, we both think Starting Over by Chris Stapleton. Single of the Year, we both believe I Hope by Gabby Barrett. Song of the Year, I've got Starting Over by Stapleton. You've got The Bones by Maren. Musical Event of the Year, I've got Be a Light. And you have I Hope You're Happy Now.
I mean, we have some of the same stuff, but we've got some differences there, man.
Pretty diverse for us, because usually our lists and our predictions are quite similar, so...
I mean, it really has got a good chance for it to be a huge night for Gabby. Because, I mean, people know Gabby from American Idol, and they know her from, obviously, from I Hope. But, I mean, national television, 10 to 15 million people watching. She's going to perform. She's got a good chance to win a couple big awards there. And, I mean, the industry's always looking to make the next stars. And I mean, she's already got as much momentum coming out of the gate as you can possibly have, and she's only 21 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, it would pay for country music to get behind her even more and just blow her up even bigger than she already is.
Oh yeah, I agree, man. They're definitely behind her, and I'm definitely excited to see what she does. Because, I mean, not to be that guy, but we did watch that season of American Idol, my wife and I, and she just crushed it, man.
Yeah.
And now she's just doing it in Nashville, and it's just impressive. Yep. When you can go from like one of those TV shows like The Voice or American Idol and, continue the momentum and still be great, like, Carrie Underwood, for example, it's just impressive to see such a long career that developed from one of those shows.
Yeah, and it's been a while since somebody, took off from one of those shows as big as Gabby has, I mean.
Yeah.
It used to be, when those shows first started, it was a little bit more common. But, it's been a while since somebody did this. I mean,
yeah, it blew up and sustained, and
yeah.
I think she's definitely here for the long haul.
Yep, I agree, man.
But yeah, that's all we've got for the predictions. I did want to talk about a little bit more country music stuff, just because it's been a while.
What you got, man?
We forgot to mention, man, we got tickets to go see Justin Moore too.
Oh, we did.
I forgot to tell the listeners. So we're going to be seeing Aldine, Justin Moore, hopefully Eric Church.
Yep.
Which
maybe Luke if he does those shows in Ohio, or he just announced the huge show in Alabama. So
road trip,
know, man. Yeah, that's right.
Well, we do still have our tickets for Chicago in November. That was supposed to be in 2020. That got postponed till this year. So fingers crossed that that still happens.
I was feeling pretty pessimistic about that. But then when Church announced this tour, I'm like, man, maybe by November we're gonna get full arena shows. So you never know, man.
That would be freaking amazing. Good way to end the year off.
It would be, man.
With live music. But yeah, that, and then you're not going to be at this event, but you guys that are avid listeners of our podcast know Brandon Davis from the interview that we did a little ways back. He's just kind of taken off, man. He's hit 1 million on TikTok. He dropped another new song, What Cowboys Are For. This is kind of a funny story. He had put something up on his social media about coming to your backyard to do a show, since a lot of the venues where he's at and all over the world are, just opening up or still closed. So I inquired about it, and he gave us a quote. So he's going to come up to Ohio and play in my buddy's backyard at my buddy's housewarming party. So that was pretty cool.
Man, that sounds like a good time. I hate that I'm going to have to miss that.
And I'm sure as his career continues to take off, we'll have other opportunities to catch Mr. Brandon Davis around.
Maybe not in your backyard, though.
Yeah.
This might be a once in a lifetime thing.
That's the way we were looking at it. We're like, man, live music in your backyard, can't beat it, especially from such a good artist. So we're stoked for it. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up, man. Our predictions are solidified. We'll have to wait 10 days and see how they pan out. But
yep,
I think that's gonna do it, man, for this episode. You got anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, my man. It's been a while since I've had to say this, but guys, as always, keep it country and take care of each other.